Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is a longtime friend, probably of 3 years now. This is Dave's Adventures from the UK. He started his channel by bringing us to theme parks and thrill rides and has expanded the content into even more travel and amusement. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. He's got almost 1,700 subscribers right now and is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I can see I'm behind with his videos. It's been a little while since we've connected, but I'm going to take one of his latest videos, put it in a special playlist I have that keeps me caught up with creators or helps me catch up, and playlists can be a great tool for that. Dave's Adventures also has some shorts on the channel, and these have really moved into 18,000, even 23,000 views and beyond. When we get into his live streams, we see that he's been live many times before, but we'll see if he's going to pick these back up. It's been a little while. We've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. So thank you everybody again for coming in. I know lately we've been doing our streams as pop-ups. My expectation is that when January rolls around, we will start promoting and publishing in advance again. I've updated our video description, so if you haven't read it in a little while, I hope you will. I've only got a few names on the wheel to get us started for today, but I'm going to add some names to the wheel very quickly, I'm sure. Jonathan Sturgill came in. I put them on because they happen to be a member. Just Jason Keto and More and Corinne's Life are both on the wheel. She happens to be a moderator as well. And then Michael's Adventures sends his regards. He may or may not be able to catch us today. He's not here for every stream just due to a work schedule, but he always wants to make sure we know he's thinking about us. And of course, in the pole position is Scratch and PPA, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. So right now we're going to look at Jonathan Sturgill, and this is somebody who just found the Tuber Chat family over the last couple of months. They bring us a lot of music and then musical instrument and gear reviews and comparisons. So I hope everybody will connect with this creator. They're already over 5,000 subscribers and monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships again when we get to their channel. So let's have a look at what they're doing with shorts as well. This channel's got a couple that have really moved. One of them is now at 474 views, and many of them into the hundreds, which is great to see. So hopefully we'll see some more shorts from Jonathan Sturgill. Live streams might be an idea for the future. We've always got, like I said, our notification bell on so that we can catch everything we can from each other and support each other in every way that we can, if that makes sense. Drea Lachey is in the house. I'm going to put her on the wheel right away. Here in Tuber Chat, over the course of the next 3 hours, members will be put onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We spin the wheel. When channels come up, we put them on the screen and talk about them for a few moments. After a long period of time, usually about 2 to 2.5 hours, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list, and that's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Today we have a premiere coming up from a beloved and dedicated member and moderator called Emotion New Soul, so we'll look at that in about 3 hours from now. And My Flock has just come in and dropped a super chat. They've done that many times before. I'm going to put their channel on the screen right away. We always put super chatters on the screen immediately, and then, like I said, members get added to the wheel. We'll keep an eye on the wheel and start adding names as time goes on. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the beginnings of the holiday season. I know it's a busy time for everyone, but the good news is it also makes it a very busy time on YouTube and online platforms as well. So everybody should be excited about the views and different interaction we're going to get over the next month. In the meantime, before I start talking about this channel, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Game Labs Reboot, along with Izzy, just dropped super chats as well. So we'll look at those two channels next before we start spinning the wheel again. And I know we've got quite a few familiar faces in the house already. Nader's here with DJ's family and friends, travels, and more. Gaming King Thurbin 34 is back in the house. They're a longtime friend as well. Hurricane Andrew, along with Jessica Vargas, is in the house. I've got a very special story about Jessica Vargas, who has been a longtime friend. I'm thinking she's been with us for about 3 years as well. We're going to talk about her channel tomorrow when we start the stream, and she might have a premiere for us afterwards as well. Jessica Vargas is an incredibly supportive creator, has been for a long time, and unfortunately is in a situation where she might be restarting her channel right now. Sometimes different kinds of things can prevent us from logging into our YouTube accounts and things like that. For instance, if you take your phone for a swim, you might find yourself needing a new phone right away, and that can be an example of of a million reasons why we might have to start another channel. Not necessarily Jessica Vargas's story, but she is restarting. But as a dear friend, had almost 2,000 subscribers and was monetized. So we want to push her as hard as we can. She'll be here with us tomorrow, and it's great to see her in the chat today. If you haven't already connected with her, I hope you will. Like I said, she's a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and has been for a long time here in Tuber Chat. And then as well, Keisha H is getting added to the wheel. Milk Honey Heritage Farms is here. Regional Sky Girl was early in the door with Scrow's Nest. I think Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK is also with us. And Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is in the house. That's Charlene Heel with a second channel. And then Ace Flaw 1 has actually been with me for 4 years now. That's Andy. He brings travel videos. And Dee's Garden Adventures, good to see you in the house. I just went through one of their videos for the very first time, a seed haul. Handicapped Traveler, good to see you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And let's see what we got going on here. Thank you, by the way, Izzy, for continuing that membership. My Flock gifted a membership in the chat as well. That's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Lisa J. Stocks will surely be happy to have that. She might still be in the chat. She was here for a second. If she's still here, I'll put her back, or I'll put her right up on the wheel. Precious Gems is also here. We'll get them onto the wheel. We're going to talk about My Flock's channel in a quick second here, but they've done things like that many times before. Drea Lachey's dropping a super chat, so we'll look at her channel a little bit earlier, right after Izzy Pops. I say Izzy Pops because that's the handle for that channel. Izzy can be a popular and short name, difficult to find, let's say, and by using the handle we can catch them a little bit easier. Fishhead Videos, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, and again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Pardon me just for one quick second, and then I'll be right back. We'll talk about this channel and start getting through our friends and spinning the wheel. All right, pardon me for that. My allergies always start the second I hit the go live button. Joan Rose Ever Blessed. Joan Rose Ever Blessed. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yes, Iggy Pop. Yes, Izzy Pops. So My Flock is a channel that recently changed their name. It was My Flock is Everywhere, but we've known them a long time. You'll recognize their crafty name of their channel. and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. As you can see today, they've already dropped a super chat and a gifted membership. All of those types of things here in Tuber Chat are absolutely unnecessary. Appreciated, of course, but for that reason, we let this channel skip the line and come up on the screen right away. They've got an interesting video here featuring Obi-Wan Kenobi right on the front page. So I'm going to take that particular video, put that into that catch-up list I was talking about. We'll look into their videos, and we see that they're doing a bit of Star Wars stuff lately. Let's see what they've got going on with a couple of these notifications. They got some premieres, and these will be actually on New Year's and Christmas. That'll be interesting. And they post frequently. As you can see, they're out supporting other channels regularly. They got some shorts here that have gotten into 2,400, even 5,900 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent on the channel as well. They've got one coming up today, actually, in about 5 hours from now, I think, if that's right. 777 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. Thank you again for that extra generous support. Like I said, they've already dropped a super chat today along with a gifted membership. So thank you again. And like I said, they've done that many times before. Next up is going to be Game Labs Reboot, which is here for the first time, or at least on the screen for the first time. What we're going to do with this channel, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take one of your 2 videos here. The first one, I'm going to put it into my watch later list. It's a little bit shorter than what we usually connect with. We always try to connect with videos of 3 minutes or longer, if possible. In this case, what I'm going to do is take an extra video and put it into my catch-up list. And what that will allow me to do is show YouTube that I cared so much about this creator's content that I already went back for seconds. This will be interesting to see because they've got a Grand Theft Auto banner there. And for those of you who were as excited as I was, the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer dropped last week a little bit early. So we'll see what this creator's going to do on their channel. And when we get to their shorts, we see that these have now gotten into hundreds of views already. We see that this is an Xbox Series S and X channel. I have a feeling we know the creator behind this channel. I don't think it's a new friend to us. I could be mistaken, but it is a new channel. So we'll do what we can to get them moving. We always want to push everybody towards the first 100 first 100 if we can. We know the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Canadian Family Life is in the house. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel right now. Thank you again, My Flock and Game Labs Reboot. I really do appreciate the extra generous support today. Drea Lachey is coming up right after Izzy. I'm going to get that channel up onto the screen right now. Like I said, Izzy is a extremely short and popular name for a channel, so we've got to do a couple of tricks here to let YouTube know we're looking for them specifically. What we can do is say we're looking for a channel and then go down, match that bright, beautiful avatar. What I'm going to do as well is copy their handle into the chat in case you really can't find them right away, although it helps them when we search, find, and click on them. And then if you need the handle, there it is for everybody. And then thank you, Michael's Adventures. Yeah, we've been just starting the streams for the last couple of months as pop-ups, but starting in January, I expect to publish them far in advance again, like we had done up until about this summer. So we're experimenting with a few different things. I don't so much like the idea of change any more than anybody else, but at some point we do have to evolve, of course, right? Time moves on. And then there's Jessica Vargas. So like I said, a long-time friend who's had to reset and restart their channel. So I hope everybody will connect with them. And we'd love to get them moving towards their first 100. I think I was the first one to catch a couple of their videos on the new channel, which is great. I'm happy that we have a community like this that can help when anybody needs it, beyond the regular things that we do, like connecting with each other, pushing each other to milestones, helping with watch hours and things like that. But at least after you've been with Tuber Chat for any amount of time, you understand that there's a community of people here ready to help you, even when the negative things happen. If we get locked out of our accounts and things like that, if somebody was to ask me, by the way, I'll talk about this more tomorrow, but if somebody was to ask me what I would do if I got locked out of an account today, I'm not talking about a channel getting deleted. I'm talking about it's just sitting there, but you can't get back in. Then what I would recommend is downloading every video. It's very easy to do. You can do it even, if you type in Google how to download YouTube videos, there'll be a million different answers. You have to be careful for the phishing and scam websites and stuff, but at some point you'll find one that will let you download all the videos. What I would do is start uploading videos every single day from the old channel if you're absolutely certain you can't get back in. And what that would do is make the newer channel, I might call it something like Tuber Chat Reloaded, if we had to do that. And then that would help the channel move a little bit faster than it otherwise might have. But you might as well use your old content, because if you can never get back into an older account, it's just going to sit there, and it's your videos anyway, so you can't get copyright strikes on those or anything like that. But these are just ideas, not recommendations. I don't want anybody to take that as advice, just something I would do in a pinch if I found myself in that situation. And we've seen a few friends, unfortunately, get either locked out of accounts, or I've got a couple of friends who've lost their accounts as well for different reasons, copyright strikes and everything else. So Izzy Pops is up on the screen, and this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. When we look at Izzy, like I said, Izzy Pops is the handle if we need to find them. What they're bringing us is animations and music videos more than anything else. They've got 1,400 subscribers right now and a couple new videos. I'm just going to take the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That's what I use to keep caught up with creators. And then as well, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They got some shorts that bring a lot of variety, and this is what we see from many creators, if not most, here in the Tuber Chat family. Regardless of the channel's category or niche, people bring variety into their shorts. One of these has hit 12,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent as well. They've been live every couple of days, so hopefully everybody will put that notification bell on. We always do it for every channel, and then we'll catch them for a live stream very soon. Ria's Blissful Connections is coming up. Let's see what they've got going on. And hopefully I've not missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Charinator, I'm always doing good. Hopefully you are too. And KK's Travel and Education Vlogs, not sure if I said hello. It's good to see you here. Michael's Adventures is up on the wheel with Scratch and PPA, of course. And Chevy KG Addict, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Follow the Bradley's Fun is on the wheel. Hopefully, like I said, I haven't missed anybody. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, good to see you here. And Drea Lachey is in the house. Today we looked at a channel when we started the stream called Dave's Adventures. He's a longtime friend, probably longer than 3 years now, from the UK. The reason we looked at that channel first is actually a couple of streams ago, he dropped a super chat right as we finished. As soon as I put on the end screen like that, he dropped a super chat. So I promised that I would put his channel up right away on the next stream. I forgot to do it the next day, so we did it today. But one of the things you got to think about, especially when you're monetized, offering memberships and super chats and things like that, is making good on promises. Everybody's friends here, especially in a community like this. We use the word family all the time. I promise you, if you've been here for any amount of time, it starts to truly feel like that, because you realize how people will truly have your back in your YouTube journey. But when we make promises for each other, even though we're all friends, we're all patient, it's good to know that there's, the general mentality between all of us is generosity and making sure we do as much as we can, and making sure we keep good on those promises as well. Rudy Aretta with Autism, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Drea Lachey is a longtime friend, and this is somebody who's always smiling and laughing on their channel. As a matter of fact, they say that in their About page. I just read that while I was saying it. We laugh, we pray, we cry, we play, and join them if we love God, life, and laughter, which I think is wonderful. So she'll inspire us in a spiritual way while we're there. It's pure variety over here, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to grab her latest video from a few days ago, put that in my catch-up list right now. You get an idea of the different kinds of things she's doing. A lot of people do these car chronicle types of videos where it's kind of just a talking head video while they're driving around or parked somewhere. And then when we get into shorts on Drea Lachey's channel, we see 5,000 views. One of them still moving at 5,700, which is great to see. Got that Christmas tree in the background, so you might get more views this month. And then as well, live stream. She's live frequently, but she's actually got a second channel called Dre Hair and Fitness. So we'll have a look at this channel, and I've caught her here many times for live streams as well. This is where obviously she's going to talk about fitness, but also regrowing hair. And I'll leave it to you to read the About section here and understand exactly what she means by that. But there's a lot of variety in shorts here as well. When we go through these, we see we're also up to 5,000 on this channel with shorts, which is great. And then live streams are frequent on the channel, like I had mentioned. Pardon me for a second. And pardon me for that. I see a few more channels have come in. First of all, our audio is Lee from the UK. Sean the Great Gamer's been with us for a couple years now. It's good to see you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. And thank you again, Drea Lachey, for another super chat. She's done that kind of thing before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Game Labs Reboot, My Flock, as well as Izzy. Thank you all for that generous beginning to our live stream today. And yes, thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited. Actually, you know what I did? I busted out both of my mugs today. So Corinne's Life, who probably is still in the chat, she might be lurking and listening while she's working in the background. She prints all these different types of things, right? So she's got the edition 1 and edition 2 of the Tuber Chat mugs that have been sent over, for which I'm grateful. But I keep an alternate of hot and cold drinks. I've usually got a coffee going and something else I don't want to admit to, like diet soda and things like that. But something hot, something cold, so that we can keep the voice nice and smooth, or at least try to over the course of the stream. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is coming up. Let's take a break for 3 minutes, and then we'll talk about that channel. All right, we're back. We're going to talk about Charlene Heal. This is actually the creator behind Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. She's got 2 different channels. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat, but thank you everybody for coming in. We've had quite a influx of channels during that break there. So I've got quite a few of them on the wheel. I got to add Butler Family Farm on there. I think they said they might go live today from the shop, and I caught a premiere from them the other day where they were in the shop making a few things that were meant to be a collaboration with Lazy Days Ahead, as a matter of fact. I'm always happy to see creators collaborating together. Kristen Welton's on the wheel, my love, as a member and moderator. Hilda DC's another beloved and dedicated moderator. Black Guns and Gardens and Kermage in Alaska, along with Home Bartending with John, have all been added to the wheel. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Calm Natural 247 is here. Nobody Should Be Forgotten is going to be added to the wheel as well. I've got to catch up with a couple of things here, so I'll get everybody to bear with me while I add a couple of sections onto the wheel that I've talked about many times lately, where we're saying clear the wheel. We never know when that's going to come up. And I will also add another section about halfway through that says add a name. And what that allows me to do is add a name of a channel out of the chat list a little bit earlier than we otherwise might have. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and super chatters always get added to the screen immediately. So Judgment Day Mike Harper's dropping a super chat. Charinator dropped one just as we went on that break. So we're going to look at Charinator and then Judgment Day Mike Harper. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. I see Together We Travel is here. I Bring It Every Day's in the house. Ben Cyan Games is here. Cake No Eat Meat Day with Cherry on Top and More is a longtime friend with a really fun name. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And I know I miss a lot in the chat, so I know I just said it, but again, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Jarinator took over our stream boss position. We'll talk about that in a moment under my camera there. Right now we're looking at Charlene Heal. This is the creator behind Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. What she brings on her original channel, which is monetized, is wellness coaching. So always positive, always motivating, inspirational, of course, and we can support her in a lot of different ways, including super chats and memberships when we get to her channel. As well, we see that this creator posts videos regularly. She's got some shorts on the channel that have done really well, also getting into a couple thousand views and beyond, and then live streams are frequent as well. She collaborates with other creators regularly also. Charinator, thank you so much. Yes, I might have missed that message, but thank you for mentioning that. First Floor Audio is going to come up with Charinator, because he actually dropped that super chat for First Floor Audio, so we'll take care of that in a minute. And then I see Jessica Vargas is coming in doing the same thing. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. But we do keep everything here in Tuber Chat open to everyone. I know it takes a very long time right now to get onto the wheel or the screen. We're going to change things up in January to be what hopefully would be looked at as a little bit of a more fair opportunity for some of the creators who are here supporting us for long periods of time. We'll get more newer channels on the screen a little bit earlier. I've updated the video description, so I hope everybody will read that. If you haven't seen it for a long time, I know lots of our friends are here with us regularly, and I don't update it often, but it is worth having a look at once in a while just to know exactly how things are going to work. So when we look at Charlene Heal, that's on the screen right now, we see that she's working on 1,500 subscribers over here, but I'm going to put her other channel on the screen, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. And when we look at this second channel, pardon me, we see that she's officially on the road to 1K with 928 right now. We'd love to push her up to that, a little bit closer to that exciting milestone, of course. Here she posts videos regularly as well, and she started mixing up some shorts. These have done really well, getting into even 3,000 and 5,000 views. And then live streams over here are frequent. She often simulcasts between the two channels, especially when she's collaborating in StreamYard panels with other familiar faces. So hopefully everybody will connect with Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, as well as Charlene Heal. And she's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. She's got to be here with us for over 3 years now, I believe, as well. First Floor Audio is coming up right now. This is because a super chat was sent in from Charinator, and doing that actually had them take over our Stream Boss position. That's the video game life meter under my camera here. What basically happens there is every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of our Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while. So that'll be Charinator. And it's a Terrence kind of thing. Officially, at what last I saw was 119,000 subscribers, I believe. I could be mistaken about the number. Forgive me for that. It's a Terrence kind of thing. Thank you for coming in. It's great to see a check mark in the chat there. That happens when you officially get your 100,000. And the biggest thing I can say about It's a Terrence kind of thing is that I've actually run into them many times before. I wouldn't be surprised if it was anywhere between 50 and 100 times in different people's streams. They're always out there supporting. So thanks for coming back in. Comic Journey, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Natural 247 still in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Cruising Scene, I think I got you on the wheel earlier. Yes, I did. And again, I know I say it a million times today, but hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. It was interesting because we didn't have the fastest beginning to the stream, but after about 10 minutes, it started to really pick up. And then thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Butler Family Farm. So they're going to do a live stream this afternoon. They're making a pen and pencil for somebody. That'll be interesting. They're going to do some work in the shop on a live stream. We have a premiere set up for today, and for tomorrow we expect to have another one. But we try to raid almost every day, or at least as often as possible, and I try to set those up in advance. Lately it's been about a week in advance that I've been setting those up, but we try to spread that love around as well. Derpy Playground, I may not have already got you onto the wheel, so I'm going to do that right this second. Let's talk about First Floor Audio on the screen. This is Lee. He comes to us from the UK, and this creator is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, of course. And what we get from First Floor Audio is a talented producer and performer. Most often you're going to find him live streaming several times a week, sometimes with StreamYard panelists joining him, but he will literally draw the audience right into his performances, and he's done it for Tuber Chat many, many, many times before. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Lee. He is a producer and performer that has a diverse range of talents when it comes to his music productions. As a matter of fact, you'll find that as soon as you get there. Looks like he's got a brand new video as well. So I'm just going to grab the latest one, put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with him. Something a little bit different for First Floor Audio here. And then thank you again to Charinator for dropping a super chat for this channel. We'll see what Charinator's got going on themselves. A lot of video gameplay. They've been doing Euro Truck Simulator more than anything. If anybody hasn't already seen that game, it's actually popular here in the Tuber Chat family with some of our gaming channels or creators that do a bit of gaming content where you're simulating being a truck driver and going through all the beautiful areas that our truck driving friends will have to experience as well. So it's kind of cool, and we've seen it many times. King Morgan, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lisa J. Stocks is here. She picked up a gifted membership today from My Flock, so I'm going to put her on the wheel right this second. Members always get put on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And when we talk about Charinator, so they're now at 111 subscribers. It's great to see they've got that 100 locked in. They're working on 200 now. They mix up a little bit of different video gameplay through their videos. They got some shorts here that bring even more variety, but these have started to get to 600 views and almost 700. And then when we get into live streams, we see they've got another one set up for what I believe is going to be Monday, early for me, but that's okay. And a lot of Euro Truck Simulator here, but they mix up a little bit of other video gameplay as well, as you can see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Charinator, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And let's look at our next channel. Comic Journey's just saying First Floor Audio is one of his favorite channels to listen to in the background. No doubt, I've been on First Floor Audio's channel many times for live streams, and he will go through huge varieties of different styles of music, some retro, some current, some of his own, and some covers. So it'll be interesting to see for sure, or hear for sure. And there you go, Steven is Charinator. And when we look at Judgment Day Mike Harper, we see another creator that just dropped a super chat again today. This creator's got a couple of channels. So over here, they've got 351 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards their next milestone. And, pardon me, I'm trying to type in the chat. Cooking with that, good to see you. When we look at Judgment Day Mike Harper, we see that they're working on 400. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Another new video. I'm just going to put this into my catch-up list. I think I accidentally downloaded it there. He's talking about AAP's Variety Channel, another place where you can meet new friends and family members. When we get into his shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 1,000 views and beyond. More pure variety here, which is great to see. Live streams, including one that's coming up today. So he'll be live in a little while. We know there'll be fresh content on the channel after Tuber Chat today. Hopefully everybody will connect with Judgment Day Mike Harper on this channel. But when we look at his second channel, just called Michael Harper, we see that he's got a few more videos over here, 36 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the first 100. Like I said before, we know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Emotion New Soul is here as a member and a moderator. He's got a premiere for us in a couple of hours after Tuber Chat. We can go over there and we'll raid. He'll let us continue to meet friends and family members. That's another singer and songwriter friend. And Nez Lover and Fairbrick Studio have both been added to the wheel. Together We Travel is here. Cooking with Ned, I think I said hello. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Michael Harper is the second channel from Judgment Day Mike Harper. And he's got some shorts over here as well. We see that these have started to get into a couple of hundred views also. Thank you for another super chat. Judgment Day Mike Harper, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. So here is Jessica Vargas. And I'm going to make sure I get not just a handle, but a link for this channel. When we look at this creator, I thought I was already connected to the new channel, right? Yes, because I went through a couple of videos already. Let me dig through here. Maybe I have to get her out of the chat. There she is. We're going to have a really good look at this channel tomorrow, because Jessica Vargas is actually a longtime friend. She's been with us a few years now. So her channel might be tough to find right this second. I'll just drop a link for her for today. And you'll notice whenever, hopefully our robots are on the case, usually whenever a super chat or membership activity happens, a link is dropped right away. That's an automatic thing. You can use the robots for that. Jessica Vargas has found herself in a situation where she's not able to get into her original YouTube account and has started a second channel. So she's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and has been for a long time. Tomorrow we're going to start with her channel, and she might have a premiere for us after tomorrow's live stream that we can go and raid and give her a little bit of a push there. But she's got 40 subscribers already, which is fantastic, because she just started this second channel. but this creator does an incredible job coming up with really unique looks with makeup. And I can't tell you how many makeup channels I follow now. Lots of them are friends of Jessica Vargas, as a matter of fact. But we would love to help this creator get her new channel going, because she's been forced into a situation where she's had to reset and restart. And I'm sure if you take a second to imagine what would you do if that happened to you. First of all, your Tuber Chat family is always going to be here to help. But as well, hopefully that will help everybody just have the motivation to head over here right away and push this creator a little bit farther, at least towards the first 100. She's got a couple more subscribers here right now. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. We'll see what more she's going to come up with. She's punching out shorts as fast as she can right now, which is great to see. A little bit of TikTok repurposing there, which is great. And like I said, we'll have a better look at this channel tomorrow, but Jessica Vargas, again, is a longtime dear friend. So, as well, before I get the next channel ready to go, we'll spin the wheel. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yes, Jessica Vargas for sure. 4 years of hard work. And then again, I'll talk about it more tomorrow, but my recommendation, if anybody was wondering what on earth should I do now, I would scrape out all the old content from the old channel. If you're absolutely certain that you can never get back in, I would scrape out all the old content and repost it on the new channel to get it moving faster. But that's just a recommendation, not necessarily right. We all have to make our own decisions for our channels, and I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. I've been wrong as many times in life as anybody, and I've been corrected, even here in Tuber Chat many times before as well. I always enjoy learning from creators, which I do every single day. And then, so Comic Journey, YouTube let us know when shorts started to become a popular thing that they would, I think I just ripped off somebody's chance on the wheel. Just Jason Keto and more is coming up. Pardon me. I'll address your question in a second. Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter. Thank you for another super chat. They've done that many times before. Thank you again, Jessica Vargas. Just Jason Keto and more is coming up on the screen right now. I believe if one of the moderators wants to correct me if I'm wrong about which channel should have come up. I typed again on the wheel before I looked at who had come up. I think it was just Jason Keto. And then we will look at Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter, in a moment. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And yeah, it's possible. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. You know, I certainly can't sit here and say I've seen everything there is to see on YouTube, but I have seen quite a bit now. I was on a couple years before we started Tuber Chat, and I've seen channels lost for a variety of reasons, including YouTube just making a mistake, which is a horrible, horrible thing. So Comic Journey asked a question there that's very important. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I'm lucky I caught that. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, Just Jason Keto and more is the right channel to have on the screen for now. So, when we talk about the idea of putting up shorts that have other logos in them, you'll notice now YouTube's even doing a thing where if you use their YouTube Creator app, you will find YouTube logos or Shorts logos that can be downloaded onto your phone that you can repurpose onto Instagram and TikTok and other places if you'd like to. What I mean is it's like a watermark. The logo bounces around and this and that. TikTok, I think, started it. They all do it now. But basically, YouTube said to us that if you have other social networks logos in your Shorts videos, YouTube will likely suppress the views and exposure for those videos. But we have seen creators that have gotten into at least tens of thousands of views with shorts that have the logos in them. My recommendation is, if possible, to film shorts videos and keep them separate on your phone, or if you're going to use a desktop, that's fine, however you produce your videos. and then upload the same video individually to each network without the logos on them. That's, in my opinion, the best way to have it done, because YouTube gave us that thread, or whatever you want to call it, at the beginning. So you have to imagine that the social networks don't want people leaving to go to other social networks, even though we know we all do it. Still, they want to keep you as long as possible, and therefore they might look at it as competition or something like that. It doesn't matter. It's just speculation what I'm talking about now. But my recommendation is, if possible, make your shorts videos clean with no social network logos on them. You're free to put whatever you want on them, and then upload them separately to each network, so that each network will put its own logos and stuff on it, if that makes a difference. The logos don't matter. They just interfere, in my opinion. Sweet Thumb, good to see you here. Scooter Fisher, good to have you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Ben Cyan Games just dropped a super chat, so I'm going to put them up on the screen right after Mary Coco Pocahontas the Plug's daughter, right after Just Jason Keto and more right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then members get added to the wheel as we see them, as soon as we see them in the chat, and then we'll add some names to our wheel from our chat list after a long period of time, probably another hour from now. I did, by the way, Michael's Adventures. I always put honey in my coffee now. If I have 2 coffees a day, I might have one with like milk and a little bit of sugar or something. But sometimes I drink it black. Most often I just have black coffee with honey in it, and that's for the combination of the coffee itself and the voice. That's a possibility, Corinne's Life. Corinne's Life is adding, if your shorts video has another social network's logo in it, there could be a possibility that you will not be eligible for monetization on that particular shorts. But I have to look that up to see if that could be correct. What I recommend everybody do is have a look at the YouTube community guidelines and terms of service, because they will spell out a lot of these rules. And in your YouTube dashboard, especially on a computer, it's easy to find. YouTube makes videos for us to let us know what's going on as well. And sometimes they do a little bit of like almost not Q&A, but answers to people's questions to clarify a little bit of what they do, so that we can stay within the guidelines and maximize our channels and our potential, if that makes sense. So hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see. If you did mention something like a question or a comment that you want me to read, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. A while back, our dear friend Michael's Adventures, who's actually been a close friend, but a beloved and dedicated moderator here in Tuber Chat for about 3 years now, he had me start getting into local honey a long while back. And I also have started drinking more coffee to try to stay away from some of the other stuff that's out there. Coffee, depending on who you listen to and what you want to believe, has the possibility of being good for you in small quantities. And so, pardon me, so I want to drink coffee almost every day. It's not like I'm a coffee drinker exactly. I'm not a connoisseur. My favorite coffee is the cheapest stuff you can find, basically, as long as it's not in a gas station. And but what I started doing is sweetening my coffee with honey. So I'm kind of doing both things at the same time, much like anybody would drink, tea with lemon and honey if their voice or their throat was sore or something like that. So I'm fine. It's just that when I talk for 3 hours, my voice, you can hear it's a little bit scratchy today. I've had this scratchy voice for a month now. Everything I try, I can't improve it. So honey in the coffee is something that I've become used to. It's like everything else. If you eat something 10 times or drink something 10 times, you're probably going to get used to it and not dislike it anymore. if you just liked it. So, Just Jason Keto and More, speaking of eating and drinking, is actually going to help us with healthier eating and healthier living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's working on 1,200 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. And at last count, he was only about 300 hours away from his 3,000 watch hours. So we're looking forward to Just Jason Keto and More being monetized very, very soon. What he says on his newly updated banner, which matches his bright, beautiful avatar, and a few new thumbnails as well. If you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness, which is absolutely true. Yes, 100%. I smile because I actually got good news from a doctor the other day. I had been told several years ago now that I have the beginnings of fatty liver. And of course, when you get, a doctor tells you anything's wrong, you might feel inclined to get upset right away and think the worst. And, I tend to be optimistic most of the time, or at least I think I am. But I had the doctor clarify again the other day as to whether or not my liver is damaged. And he's like, no, it's not at all damaged. You just need to get rid of some of this fat. And that comes with the fact I happen to be overweight right this minute and everything else. But cleaning that stuff up a little bit just means that we're still in good shape. So that'll be fine. And then Just Jason Keto and More. It's interesting that you put that on your banner this day. Sometimes I think that Just Jason Keto and More has this telepathic ability to just read my mind or something. The last two banners he's updated I felt were specifically for me. So we'll talk about his content in a second. I see that Doof Doof Paranormal is coming in their usual over-the-top generous style, gifting a handful of memberships here. That's Karen from Australia. And what we're going to do is put that channel up on the screen right after Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's Daughter, and Ben Cyan Games. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly, but I'm sure that Michael's Adventures, Comic Journey, Judgment Day, Mike Harper, and Starika will all be excited to have those memberships. And Ben Cyan Games is coming up already. We looked at Judgment Day, Mike Harper. Michael's Adventures is already on the wheel. Otherwise, if anybody else, if I need to put anybody on the wheel that's not there, I will. Stir It Up Food Lab, good to see you in the house. VJ Max Gamer, good to have you here. Dee's Garden Adventures, I hope I said hello earlier. I know you've been here for a while today. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I miss a lot in the chat while we're moving. Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole is on the wheel now. Oh, for the life of me. Why can't I remember what NAFLD stands for? North American. Oh, I forget what it stands for. But that's okay. I'll leave that to the chat. Just Jason Keto and More, like I said, wants to motivate us with healthy eating, healthy living. He sometimes mixes in a little bit of variety here. This is a video that I think I added this into a playlist, but I haven't actually watched or run it yet. Let me put this in my catch-up list. This is a different kind of video for Jason because Small Town Santa Claus Parade. A lot of these videos are getting a lot of views, of course, this month, right? So he just put that up today, it looks like. As well, he's got a lot of recipes on his channel, quick and easy ways that we can make a healthier choice when it comes to a snack or a meal. Lots of product reviews, and Jason and his community will help us make sense of some of the ingredients that we find on some of the keto marketed products that we might find in grocery stores and other places. He goes to great lengths to bring us informational content, including Keto Palooza that he was at this year. And then as well, this creator brings a lot of guests onto his channel, both in videos and live streams. We'll look at those in a moment. He's got some healthy looking shorts here that have done really well, getting into 5,000, 6,000 views and beyond. One which I've seen is over 22,000 now. And then when we get into live streams. We see that this creator sometimes is, sometimes on his own, and then sometimes he has guests come on with him to share their life experiences, tips, tricks, trials, and tribulations as well. His community will partake in the chat also. So when you have comments and questions, everybody's there to help each other. And Jason will often say the object is just to get as much information out there to hopefully positively influence as many people as possible. One of the biggest things you'll hear from Jason is the idea that small changes over a long period of time can have a major impact. So yes, thank you. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is what I think otherwise might be like the potential. But I had the doctor clarify, because I kind of asked him, like he had a chart on the wall the other day, just a liver specialist, and nothing that I have to be worried about right now. But I have to go every year and just have a look. But the doctor, I looked at a chart on his wall and I said, hey, where am I on the chart? And I literally jumped up and was pointing it out. And he goes, no, you're not on that chart. He goes, no. And what this guy had was one of those, sometimes you go to a doctor or a dentist and they've got like a plastic mold of whatever they specialize in. So it might be a heart or a liver or something else, and it's a little plastic thing and it's got pieces they put together. So he showed me this one and he said, look, this is a healthy, a little bit less healthy, damaged, and in bad shape, right? But I'm still over here. He goes, no, you're fine. You just gotta lose some weight, basically, is the idea behind everything. So easy enough to do. And Just Jason Keto and more in his community will help us with that. It's not that it's a weight loss channel. It's not that keto is a weight loss diet. That's not the idea. Jason will tell us specifically. First you get healthy, then you lose weight. Weight loss is not always the object for everybody either. I just talk about it here sometimes because I have to start working on that, and I've been talking about that as long as anybody, of course. Backlash Fisherman, good to see you in the house. Philip Lemon, good to see you here as well. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And for those of you who wonder in the chat, yes, I'm older than you think I am, by the way. So we've got a few channels to come up. Mary Coco Pocahontas, The Plug's daughter, Ben Sign Games, they both dropped super chats. Doof Doof Paranormal came in and dropped 5 gifted memberships. So we'll look at all 3 of those channels when we get back from this 3.5-minute break. In the meantime, if you haven't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So whether you need to get up, get something to eat, get something to drink, or take a 3.5-minute nap like Backlash Fisherman, we'll be back in another moment. All right, we're back and looking at Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter. This is another longtime friend. She's here with us frequently, as a matter of fact. She just dropped a super chat. She's done that many times before, along with Ben Cyan Games. So we're going to look at that channel next. And Doof Doof Paranormal gifted a few memberships before we went on break there. So we're going to look at her channel. That's Karen from Australia. And just Jason Keto and More slipped in a gifted membership. Again, he's done that countless times. So again, thank you very much, Jason, Karen, Ben Cyan Games, and Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter, for that generous, over-the-top support. I certainly do appreciate it. Absolutely unnecessary, of course. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. I added another clear the wheel section, so we'll keep doing that until it actually comes up. And we still expect to be here for another couple of hours. And then Emotion New Soul in the chat has a premiere coming up for us after Tuber Chat today. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here, a talented singer and songwriter. What that will allow us to do is extend our time. We can meet more friends and family members during his premieres live chat as well. So Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter, a longtime friend, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, obviously. Cooking, lifestyle, fitness, and everything in between is what she plans to bring to us. A Vlogmas, of Christmas vlog part 1 here. And this is kind of a cool idea for a video. Affordable Dollar Tree Christmas decor, because all of us are talking about inflation these days. It's literally a problem around the world. I know a lot of times we see the opportunity to kind of snap because of our local, governments and things like that. But it is a worldwide problem by the look of it, that kind of snuck up on everybody there right after the COVID fiasco as well. So it's wonderful that we have creators that are going to not only help us with the idea of saving money, but point out some of the ways that we might not have already thought about when it comes to the idea of conserving. Because I had said this a couple streams ago, but I go to the dollar store as much as anybody else. I'm kind of amazed at how much stuff is in there now. Technology over the whole planet has gotten better over decades, and they're able to bring us things. In Canada, our dollar is only worth about 72 cents versus the US, even less when you compare it to pounds or euros. But we have things in all our dollar stores, including Dollar Tree, as far as I understand, up until almost $5 now. It's not going to be too long before I'm sure they break through $5 and even 10. But I mean, you could buy tools in there and dishes and all kinds of household items, things for, like hoses and stuff for the lawn. And I'm just kind of amazed continuously at how that's come along. But Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter's latest video is going to show us some of the things we could do, especially when we're thinking about Christmas right now. Shorts videos on this channel have gotten into 5,000 and 6,000 views, almost 7,000. One of them over 12,000, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams, we see that she's done these many times before. We'll keep an eye on the channel and keep that notification bell on like we do for everyone to make sure we have the best chance to catch as much content from her as possible. Yeah, no longer just $1 anymore. In Canada, they talked about the idea, I forget if I was still in high school when they were talking about this, or if it was in the early 90s ish, and they were talking about getting rid of our $5 bill for a $5 coin. So I don't have any of them in front of me right now, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I happen to be in Canada. But we have a dollar coin and a $2 coin. Now, we used to have a $1 bill and a $2 bill, and they got rid of those for coins now. They talked about the idea of a $5 coin. I have a feeling now that they may not bother doing it because they'll switch to digital currency before they bother getting around to spending money on that. But we'll see. Doing digital currency is not going to require the same cost and infrastructure that making a plant create some kind of coin or currency. that is tangible. I can't imagine the costs are anywhere close. Ben Cyan Games is up right now. This is a creator that dropped a super chat as well. So thank you again, Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter, and Ben Cyan Games for that extra generous support. Kristen just came in to give me a chance to show you these. So this is a $1 coin. You may not be able to see the color very well because of the green screen effect that I use, but it's basically a bronze-ish color, almost gold if you want to call it that, but that's a $1 coin. In Canada, we lovingly call it a loonie because I know you can't see it through the camera, but there's a picture of a loon on one side of it. It's like a, Canadian thing, right? Now, the toonie, I don't even remember what's on the other side. My vision is not perfect. I forget what's that, if that's a bear or what it is. This is our $2 coin that's got the silver and gold mix. Lots of different countries have currency like this, right? There's our $2 coin, but just because the dollar was called the loonie, we call our $2 coin the toonie, but that's the only reason. But that's been going on for a long, long time. I just thought I'd show those to you for a quick second. Kristen literally came in to bring those for me, so thank you, my love. We still have yet to look at her channel. I see Watch Us Decorate is coming in, and they've dropped a super chat as well. So thank you for that extra generous support. We'll look at her channel right after Doof Doof Paranormal. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And hopefully I've not missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Ben Cyan Games is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator who's bringing us a little bit of variety, some video gameplay. He's got some words on stream. You see that he's done on the channel. He's doing the Everywhere Forever-a-thon, where he's literally live just about every day. He's been doing it since March, I believe. Pardon me, this creator now is working on 4,200 subscribers. And we see that he posts videos occasionally. Shorts on the channel have done well, getting into 3,000 and 4,000 views and beyond. He's got one that continues to move, over 500,000 views, which is great to see. And then when we look at the live streams, we see, like, for instance, he's live now because he tends to be live basically all the time. Kaiser Gaming YT is Chris's Clever Craft with a gaming channel. We've got that on the wheel now. Thank you again, Ben Cyan Games, for that super chat. He's done that countless times before. Doof Doof Paranormal's coming up right now because they gifted a handful of memberships again, and they've done that time and time again. We'll see what they've got going on. We always put super chatters and gifted memberships up on the screen in order, and then we put members on the wheel as we see them in the chat, and then after a long period of time we'll get around to adding some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Right before I talk about this channel, I'm going to try to speed things up now, but if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Doof Doof Paranormal's channel, we see that she's sorting fact from friction. Sorting fact from fiction, talking history, research, and truth. This is Karen from Australia. And I can see I'm behind with your videos. She's put out another couple in the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with her. It's a playlist I use for that reason. When we look at shorts videos, we see that this creator's gotten into 1,200, even 2,200 views on their shorts. And one of the things I always talk about with this particular channel is a reminder that when we're putting out content, a lot of times we want to think about quality over quantity. And what that means when it comes to shorts is the idea of putting production value into our shorts. I have put out many shorts now that are literally just clips of long form videos, or things where I'm just standing there talking for a minute or just showing something without any production value at all. There's nothing wrong with that. But if we want to step up our game, what we can do is add a little bit of production value the same way we would with any of our long form content. And when you get into Doof Doof Paranormal's shorts videos, you're going to get an idea of what I'm talking about. You see like the graphics coming up here, which is a cool example of what can be done. So I hope everybody will check those out while you're on the channel. She also goes live frequently, so it looks like she's doing these about once a week, sometimes a little more often. We've got notification bells on for everyone. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content as we can as well. And then, thank you again, Doof Doof Paranormal, for the gifted memberships. I know our recipients will be happy to have those, and I certainly appreciate the extra generous support, although it's absolutely unnecessary. And like I said, she's done that many times before. So Watch Us Decorate is coming up right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So when we look at Watch Us Decorate, we see a creator that is bringing some really beautiful and elaborate work when it comes to desserts of all kinds. It's not just cakes and cupcakes here. She gets into other desserts like candy apples and candy-coated fruit and chocolate-coated fruit and things like that. But I'm sure everybody will be impressed with the work that we find from this creator in both their videos as well as their shorts. The shorts give a really quick idea as to what we can expect from the channel, but I'm sure you'll agree that a lot of this work is over the top impressive. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Watch Us Decorate, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's here with us just about every single day. She dropped a super chat. She's done that many times before as well. And so therefore a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, of course. Makeup Mom and Son is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. And then Derpy Playground, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Again, absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course. They've just dropped another super chat. They've done that countless times before. So we'll look at their channel right away, and then we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. Derpy Playground actually is a junior high student that is bringing us mix. Let's waste time together, they say on their banner. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They let us know on their About page that what they bring us is a variety of creative content, including gaming, simulations, building, and sinking cardboard ships like the Titanic. So we get an idea. They've already been out to collaborate with another creator as well, which is really cool. And we look forward to more variety from this creator. We see that they're working on 2,700 subscribers now, and they've got some shorts that have really moved as well. 4,000, 8,000 views, and one of them over 44,000, which is great to see. When we look at the live streams, this is an idea they might continue. They just experimented with one a couple of weeks ago, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. You know, I think after looking at your YouTube channel, I could be mistaken, I saw something else that had this drinking water as well. I can't remember if it was an ad. I think I got an ad on like Facebook or Instagram for canned water. And I wonder if that's because, you know, we know our phones are always listening when we talk about different things. And I wonder if that's them trying to target me for some prep, some preparedness types of products and things like that. But Derpy Playground is continuing to expand the content, which is great to see. Hopefully we can push them up towards that 2,700 milestone. They're here with us just about every single day as well, and they've been a friend of a few months now. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We see that Derpy Playground actually took over our stream boss position as well. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss under my camera here. The last person to knock it out takes a little bit of gets a little bit of extra exposure for a little while. So a special section has come up on the wheel. This is something we've been doing for a month or so now. Add a name, it's telling me, and what that means is it's time for me to add a name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, and we'll do that again in a little while. Right now, we are going to add KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. They're basically with us every day and are always active in the chat as well. And then I'll spin again and we'll see who's coming up next. And Ben Cyan Games is doing well with watch hours now, got over 2,000, which is great, or close to 2,000. Kaiser Gaming YT is another gaming channel, but this is brought to us by a longtime friend of what I believe must be 3 years now. Chris's Clever Craft brings us Kaiser Gaming YT. And we'll look at both of his channels in a quick second here. When we look at this channel, we see that he is punching out all kinds of video gameplay content, and almost daily, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to grab his latest video from today, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up. This creator also is bringing us some shorts, and we've heard and seen here in the Tuber Chat family that some of the gaming shorts can do really well also. 4,100, 4,700, 5,600 views and beyond. And then live streams are something that they've done a couple of times as well. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to come up with more of those. They're working on 600 subscribers now. And again, this comes to us from our dear friend Chris's Clever Craft. And Chris gives us a wonderful opportunity to get to know him on his channel. He does everything from do-it-yourself videos to unboxings, product reviews, and series of videos, including live streams, as a matter of fact. He's got a really interesting property and takes us indoors and outdoors for a look around as well. So I see he's got a brand new video from a couple days ago. I'll put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to hopefully somewhat keep caught up with him. And then as well, we're going to look at what other content he's got going on, including his shorts. And these have started to get into 3,000 views and beyond. He's got one that's still moving. It was sitting at 10,000 for a while. It's at 11,000 now, which is great to see. Usually what we get with shorts videos is sometimes there's a bit of luck. You can get a pump of views, sometimes 100, sometimes 1,000, sometimes tens of thousands of views, and then sometimes you get a second pump. It could be the same day, it could be a few days later, it could be a couple months after. And it's rare that we see a shorts video that chugs along consistently. But we got a few creators that have a few of these now, which is great to see, because every view matters, of course, right? So Chris's Clever Crafts is doing well in that way. He's got almost 600 subscribers here. Live streams are something he's done a few times. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if he's going to bring those back. And like I keep saying, we've always got notification bells on for every creator in the spirit of catching as many live streams and premieres as we possibly can, as well as their videos and shorts. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chris's Clever Craft. What I will do right now is spin the wheel again. We'll see what's about to happen. Makeup Mom and Son says she's got a video that's doing that right now. Kermidge in Alaska is doing a lot of live streaming. I must have put them on the wheel more than once. We're going to look at that channel in a moment. And in the meantime, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Gaming Experience with Kelly, thank you so much for that, those kind words as well. And I'll put Gaming Experience with Kelly, which is the Bullock Experience, with another gaming channel, and I'll put them on the wheel right this second. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. We're going to come back with Kermudge in Alaska. All right, we're back, and I keep forgetting to turn this thing off. I've always got these programs running in the background, and what I use is a macro. I'll show everybody one of these days when I use a spreadsheet so that it can fire through lines on the spreadsheet automatically without typing and clicking and beating the sense out of your keyboard there. But sometimes I forget to turn these things off. Like there's the Stream Deck, for instance, and a few other things. I got one here. Obviously, I'm on Mac, but this one lets you kind of release your memory on your computer a little bit and consolidates a little bit of what's going on to relieve a little bit of the pressure. If you happen to find your channel, your computer hiccuping or freezing for brief seconds and things like that, it can help. Windows has a few of those things as well, of course. Cali King 916, good to see you in the house. I think they picked up one of those gifted memberships again, so we'll get them onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I added another clear the wheel section, so we'll keep doing that every break until it comes up. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is in the house. And then Chocolate Drop wonders, should you change your handle? So this is one of those things that I don't mean to dance around answers when people ask direct questions, right? But at the same time, I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do because there's not really a right answer for that. Sometimes when we change our names, what happens is people will have trouble finding us even more for the next couple of weeks, and then things might improve. But over time, typically things pick up. Chocolate Drop is a popular name for a channel, and while I, in almost every case, believe that your channel name, your Instagram name, your Facebook name, your TikTok name, and everything else should be identical if possible, there are lots of people out there doing just fine that don't have them all matching 100%. Myself, for instance, for anybody that didn't already know, I'll type my name in the chat here. And if you were to search out Kevin K on most social networks, I always try to be quick so I can grab my own name. But for the ones that I was not fast enough for, like for instance Twitch, I think, and Pinterest, it has to be something else. So I have to put a couple letters before the name. And I don't think it's going to matter that much. One of the things that has really come along over the last many years are things like Linktree. For anybody that hasn't seen those already, what it is just a simple web page that can be used on mobile or on a desktop or anything else. And it allows you the opportunity to just put one link in, let's say, your Instagram description or on your YouTube channel or anywhere else, and it links to everything that you do. So if you catch somebody on YouTube and they say, oh, but I want to follow you on TikTok, now they can go and follow that as well. So the links are really going to help. And now that the idea of domain names, for those of you who either have websites or have thought about it, domain names have changed over the last many decades. Now we don't just have .com, .net, .org anymore. Now we have all kinds of different ones. I think there's like .family, there's .name, there's .website, there's all kinds of stuff. So what that means is that there are going to eventually be hundreds of people with exactly the same name. Right? And the domains are going to matter less because more and more people are searching. The search engines have got better and better and better over the years. For those of us who remember Lycos and AltaVista and Excite, now we have Google, Bing, and a few others. And that's going to improve as AI continues. The idea behind how AI will work with the search engines is trying to predict what we're going to be looking for, and the answers that they'll give us will get better and better over the years as well. Some of our YouTube search results, for instance, are based on geographics. So when I pull channels up onto the screen here, like let's do it again for Kermage in Alaska. I'll fix their name here, AK. And what happens is, here's my search results, right? So we see Kermage in Alaska for almost everything. It'll also give me people also watched, a little bit more stuff. Even some of the videos that come up for them might look different in your search results, because somebody might be... YouTube's trying to predict exactly what you're looking for, and they take into account the fact that we could be making spelling mistakes and things like that as well. So some of it's based on geographics. If you were looking for a hamburger, you might want a hamburger that's at a local place where you could actually get to it. Like, for instance, if anybody's ever had Chicago, like, deep dish style pizza, I've been lucky enough to have been there for a very brief period for a couple of days. I had authentic Chicago deep dish pizza, which was unbelievable, of course. But if I was to search for that, somebody else looking for deep dish pizza might get, everybody might get search results that are closer to them, because the search engines today might be thinking, oh, you're probably about to order a pizza. Let me show you all the pizza that's in your area. Whereas after a long period of time, the AI systems are going to understand, oh, that's Kevin. He's on YouTube, and he just talked about Chicago deep dish pizza. He's probably talking about that place that he mentioned before. Let's go get the name of it. We know that it's right up the street from the Hilton in downtown Chicago, you know, and it's going to understand, and it does that all in a split second, of course. So that's an idea. Pizza's my favorite, of course. Paulzilla 911, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think they're here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Oh no, Junkyard Gamer. Oh, did you change your name? Oh, my dear goodness. Something happened to Junkyard Gamer, and waiting for YouTube to fix it. I hope that they do, because that's the second story this week that I've heard about a channel that's having trouble in that way. For those of you who remember our dear friend Jessica Vargas, she's had to reset and restart her channel. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll start the stream by talking about her story. Bev Moffat, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Kermage in Alaska is up on the screen right now with almost 700 subscribers. They happen to be live right this second. What they're doing is a lot of these live stream with weather cams. And actually, I'll give everybody a hint as well. I happen to be in Canada, and I have somebody who's more of an acquaintance than anybody else now. His name is Johnny Strides. He's closing in on 100,000 subscribers right now, but he's a local Toronto YouTuber, and during the beginnings of COVID, what he started to do was go out and do live streams. This guy puts out a live stream, a short, and a video every day, for argument's sake. Over a course of a couple of years now, 3 years I think it is, he's managed to get close to 100,000 subscribers. But he gave us a bit of a tip the other day and said, hey, when it snows, that means that there are going to be lots and lots and lots of views. When you think about that, not everybody in the world has snow as a part of their climate, right? A lot of our friends in the southern United States and all over different parts of the world may not even see snow ever at all in their life. And so this is one of the reasons why film and television move around to different countries and things, to show us different aspects of the world, and they film in different locations for that reason. And snow is something that apparently draws in tons and tons and tons of views, especially during Christmas season, I'm sure. But if anybody's in climates like that, that might be an idea. If you can catch a little bit of snow, you'll see what happens. And hopefully that works out for everybody. So Kermage in Alaska is doing a lot of these weather cams, but they'll likely have quite a bit of snow going on, as we can see in some of this as well. So they're doing that frequently. They get a bit of an audience there during the live streams, which is great. They also do a Monday night series where we get to hang out with them. What they have is an off-grid homestead that is also an Airbnb, or about to be. They got 1,400 and 1,700 views on some of their shorts. They've got videos that come out frequently. I'm just going to grab their latest off-grid cabin video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to hopefully keep caught up with them. They just put that video out yesterday. Oh, I see. Yeah, snow and when you're at your grandfather's farm. Interesting. And then I see Paulzilla911, which is Junkyard Gamer, has an older channel, but just started using that. That's great. That might actually give you a little bit of help, actually. Um, yeah, I wonder how many people here in the chat might also have some older footage. Like if anybody here has got old beta cams or not webcams, what do we call them? Camcorders and things like that. A lot of people had made like home movies and things like that for decades, and that footage is all sitting there, and more of it, I'm sure, is getting lost and buried over years and years and years. But if anybody's got some of that old stuff, or another idea, I'm not saying this is a good idea, it just is an idea, but you could get old photographs and things. Lots of people have lots of photo albums around the house, and now scanners have got better as well. You can fire in a bunch of your family's photos and make some slideshow videos as well. And those could possibly do well. If nothing else, they could be useful as memories for the family, especially extended family and things like that. Nobody Should Be Forgotten is coming up. Let's see what they've got going on their channel right now. I'm going to try to pick up the pace and stop talking so much. My stories can get pretty long-winded here for those of you who haven't already seen that. Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And guys are gaming YT's making me laugh. Yes, you get snow and you get snow. Everybody gets snow. Nobody Should Be Forgotten is up here right now. We actually got a hint about this channel earlier when we looked at Derpy Playground, because they have a thumbnail on their channel that looks similar to the videos we see here. Getting into almost 1,900 subscribers already. This creator volunteers at different cemeteries to restore a lot of the stonework and headstones that we see. What they say is they really enjoy learning the history of some of those who have passed before us, and so they do this regularly. Some of their videos have done spectacularly well. When we look at the shorts, we see that these have gotten into 6,000, almost 7,000 views. One of them over 78,000. Which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. They've experimented with that. We'll keep an eye out and see if they're going to continue those as well. Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting never has had snow. Multi-Hunter 247, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, can you imagine Jesse Miller unboxings and more? Actually, we'll see what happens in January, because we're going to change things up here in Tuber Chat a little bit. I'd like to think of it evolving. Because it's kind of being forced. But a little bit of change probably won't hurt too bad. But what I intend to do is make the beginnings of the stream a little more open to the idea of some of the, not so much story time, but where we can talk about YouTube a little bit more. Still getting through channels and things like that for the next 2.5 hours or so, but we'll start the stream by addressing some of the issues that I know everybody has concerns about. And that's not in a negative way. What I mean is, like, you know, how do we research titles? How do we think about thumbnails? What are good elements for that? What kind of tools can we use, like Rapid Tags, vidIQ, and TubeBuddy, to help us? How are the AI systems like ChatGPT able to be used for our descriptions? Did you know that playlists can have descriptions? You can make those keywords heavy as well, and possibly get some extra exposure that way. These kind of tips and tricks where we can all learn from each other, but a little more focused starting in January, because Tuber Chat now has been here for over 3.5 years. We're going to be coming up on episode 700 in the next few months, so we'd like to get a little more deep into the ideas of YouTube. And some of our friends who have now got thousands of subscribers, we'd love to start getting their channels a little bit farther towards the 10,000 they're going to be thinking about, and eventually 100,000 as well. Dark Swordsman Gaming, good to see you in the house. It's me, Alec is here. And yes, more talk about YouTube and less talk about snow and weight loss and things that I'm not an authority on. Yes. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is up here right now. This is another creator who found us just a couple of months ago and is with us just about every single day. They've got their 1,000 subscribers, which is an exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, so we're happy for them. We'd love to help them keep that locked in with a few extra subscribers here today. They've got some shorts videos that have done really well, 3,000, even 10,000 views on one of these, and then live streams as well are frequent on the channel. They've got a few coming up. I've got notifications on for about 5 of those right now, even though we've got the notification bell on for every channel that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. When you get into their About section, you'll just see it's travel and education and all about having family fun. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters as well. So I'm going to try to move through channels a little bit faster. We still got long over an hour to go if everybody would like to stay that long. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. If anybody right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Emotion New Soul is coming up right now. And this is just a slight name change for our dear friend Emotion. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. He's working on 3,800 subscribers on his original channel. He's got 2 now. He's got a premiere coming up that is going to be right after Tuber Chat today, where we're going to get an even better look at this singer and songwriter. Pardon me for a second. I'll continue talking about his channel in a moment. Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we'll put that channel up on the screen next. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. So when we look at Emotion New Soul, what I talk about with this creator, like I said, they're a singer and songwriter who brings us an official artist channel. They're also monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get into their videos, we see that they've got a new intro. I'm just going to take that, put it into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. And pardon me, is it a live stream that he's got coming up? Oh, I was mistaken. He's going to do a live stream. I kept saying it's a premiere. So we're going to see a likely live performance from Emotion right after Tuber Chat today in another hour and about 15 minutes. So that's perfect, because if we slide a couple minutes overtime, we'll be able to run in there and raid all together. So hopefully everybody will visit for that as well. Now, Emotion brings us his original works and music videos, but he also rounds out the channel with some shorts and reaction videos, as well as compilations that can be premieres or live streams. He's got 1,400, 1,600 views on some of these shorts, and the live streams are frequent. He usually brings these out every week or two. When we look at writing with Emotion New Soul, if I can type properly, we will see a second channel from this creator where we get a behind-the-scenes look at how the music is made, as well as the man behind the music. So we get a even more intimate look at Emotion New Soul here. He rounds out this channel with reaction videos, shorts, and the occasional compilation or live performance as well. Shorts here have got almost 1,000 views, and there's a few live streams there. Hopefully those will continue. He's got 788 subscribers on this channel. We'd love to push him a little bit farther up towards that 800 that we know he must be thinking about. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Fairbrick Studio will come up next. Dark Swordsman Gaming is coming up right now because they dropped a super chat for us. They've done that countless times, as a matter of fact, and this is another creator who brings us video gameplay more than anything else. So we'll have a look at what they've been doing lately. When we get into their videos, we see that they post a little bit of variety when it comes to the different video games that they play, as well as live streams are something that are done frequently also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We see things like Final Fantasy, Stardew Valley, Dead Space, and a few other popular titles here. They really mix things up. Dark Swordsman Gaming's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. They dropped a super chat again today. They've done that countless times before, so thank you for that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. And Dark Swordsman Gaming now is working on 200 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Fairbrick Studio brings us a little bit of video gameplay as well, in a much different style, a different variety in video games here, but they stopped with stop motion Lego videos as well. We got a few creators that bring some Lego builds into their channel, and we see that they're doing some shout outs here as well, similar to what we're doing here. They've got a wheel where they're spinning and featuring channels. There's our dear friend Gloria's Platter in that one. This one's coming up today, right after Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact, so you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members over there. They mix up a bit of the video gameplay here. Battle Cats is something we've seen from Lori's Tech Time. Some of these Lego unboxing type videos are featured on the channel as well. When we get into shorts, we see this creator's gotten into 7,000, 8,000 views, one over 15,000, which is great to see. I think a couple of those are still moving, and we'll keep our eyes open for a couple of live streams that might come up as well. So they're well over 2,000 subscribers right now. Fairbrick Studio is also somebody who's been behind the scenes building a friendship with me, for which I'm grateful because they've been extremely helpful. I got so excited when I saw that they were playing this Lego Tower game. It's a Lego version of a video game I was playing on my phone called Tiny Tower years ago, and I've played it for a long time. When I saw there was a Lego version, I was so excited because I always loved the Lego video games, and Fairbrick Studios really helped push me along. They're an expert in that game. They're on, I don't know if it's level 6, 7, 8 or what it is, and they keep sending over all kinds of stuff to make my game move even faster, for which I'm grateful. So my clear the wheel section has come up. What that means is I'm going to wipe out all the names on the wheel right now. I'm going to reload it with any of our members that are in the chat that haven't been on the screen yet. And that's going to allow us to move quicker through channels and get some more newer channels onto the wheel and the screen a little bit faster than we otherwise might have. So for any members listening or watching, please be active in the chat so I can get you put back onto the wheel if you're here. Same for moderators. And we'll be back in 3.5 minutes. Let me spin one more time. We'll see who's coming up next. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We'll see everybody again in 3.5 minutes. We're going to look at precious gems. Oh, pardon me. So we're looking at Precious Gems right now, and I see Chris's Creation Fun has come in. So we had our Clear the Wheel section come up. I wiped all the names off the wheel. I reloaded with everybody who's still in the chat. That's a member that hasn't been on the screen yet, and pretty soon I'll be adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged. So for any of our members listening or watching that haven't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please be active in the chat, and I will make sure to get you back onto the wheel. Rambling with the Brooms came in as soon as we went on that break and dropped a super chat. He's done that countless times before, so we'll look at his channel next. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. And then for our moderators as well, if you're still here lurking at all or hanging out, then please make sure you're active in the chat. I'll put you back onto the wheel. There's Makeup Mom and Son. She's with Caden right now, and we'll get her back onto the wheel. I'm not sure if Hilda DC is still there or Corinne's Life, but we'll see. Pardon me, Precious Gems is up on the screen right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They're closing in on 2,000 subscribers. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, but since they've passed 1,900, they're officially on the road to 2K. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther. Corinne's Life is there. We'll get her back onto the wheel. And when we look at Precious Gems, we see that she's got quite a few new videos, actually. They're quite short, but I'm going to take the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up. Go Outdoors, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Tina Awa-Wurendang, good to have you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. For anybody that's brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. All that fluff and stuff is here. They're a long time, one of our longest standing members, as a matter of fact. As you can see, we've got them on the wheel as well. And Corinne's Life's been added again. All that fluff and stuff actually comes to us from Australia. When we look through Precious Gems channel, we're looking at shorts now. We'll see how these are doing. Some of these have done well, getting into 8,000 and 9,000, almost 10,000 views. One of them over 13,000, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Precious Gems, and obviously they're another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And next up is going to be Rambling with the Brooms. He dropped a super chat right when we went on that break there. He's done that countless times. Like I said, a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. Happens to be a fellow Canadian from closer to our nation's capital, which puts him about 4 or 6 hours away from me. I split my time between Toronto and Niagara Falls in Ontario. And then Rambling with the Brooms is here with almost 2,400 subscribers. Now, I ran this video. I haven't watched it yet. I've got to take this video. I'm going to put it back in my catch-up list. It's still in there. I haven't cleared it yet. And then hopefully I'll get a chance to actually watch what they did there. Rambling with the Brooms comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. And he brings us indoor content, outdoor content, gives us a chance to get to know him. A lot of do-it-yourself videos or product reviews. He's outdoors as much as he's indoors, and he actually takes off literally hundreds of miles away to collaborate with other creators. In meetups or in one-on-ones. He's got some famous Canadian winter weather there and some of his shorts that have done well, getting into over 3,000 and even 7,700 views. When we get into his live streams, we see that he's live every Thursday and Friday for a couple of popular series called Procrastination Thursday and Shenanigan Friday. He did another live stream with Lazy Days Ahead the other day. I'll go back to the videos. You'll see that matching avatar, or pardon me, matching thumbnail. What they've got, what these creators have got going on is a collaboration with a cruise that's coming up in the summer of 2025 in August to go from Seattle to Alaska. They're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters, and they've got quite a bit of information on both of their channels. That's Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa and Rambling with the Brooms. But this will be an informative video here where they're talking about a 30-room giveaway. And then, like I said, they're working on 100 rooms to be booked. I think that what this means is they're giving away a room because they've now booked 30, if I understand right. And forgive me if I'm mistaken. You can clarify Scott in the chat. That's Scott right there, of course. But he's been a dear friend for a long, long time. He's a moderator on dozens, if not hundreds of channels by now. And this creator is an advocate for helping others grow. He wants to especially introduce us to new channels and push them to different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond. When we look at the next channel that's coming up, we see Gaming Experience with Kelly, which is a gaming channel from the Bullock Experience. So Scott, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. Of course, they got 33 rooms booked now, which is great to see. And we're keeping an eye on that collaboration. They've still got a year and a half to go. Gaming Experience with Kelly has 45 subscribers right now. Like I said, this is a gaming channel from a much-loved, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He's mixing up the gameplay both in videos as well as shorts and live streams here. And we see that some of the shorts are starting to move into 400, 500 views. When we get into live streams, he just did one last week. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again very shortly. And then when we look at the Bullock Experience, we see the original channel, which brings us fishing first. Catfishing. More than anything else, the Bullock Experience does a Wednesday night series of live streams, and I managed finally to catch one of the live streams. I was getting set up for Tuber Chat. We mix up the days and times here so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones, which means we don't have a set schedule. Over the course of the last couple of months, we've been able to do a few live streams on Wednesdays, but we run right at the same time as the Bullock Experience or close to it. So I haven't been able to catch his until finally this Wednesday. I caught him for what I think was half an hour or 45 minutes before we started. So that was great, and he's doing this every single week with StreamYard panelists, and then he's got one coming up this week. Again, I've got notification on for that. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's working on 1,300 subscribers now, and then his shorts have done well, getting into 2,600, 2,800, 3,200, more variety here. Look at that whopper, my dear goodness. And when we get into videos, we see that occasionally he puts up videos. These are a little less frequent than the live streams and shorts, but this creator's posting, actually it looks like he's putting up a video a week now, which is great to see. So like I said, monetized, and the Bullock Experience, I believe, has been with us a couple of years now. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's next. Yeah, I didn't have to wait till the end this time. Lots of our friends who've been with us many times before know what it's like to be picked first as well as picked last from the Wheel of Doom. It can take anywhere between a few minutes to almost 3 hours. And people like Canadian Life, the Gaming Experience with Kelly, even Home Bartending with John, Michael's Adventure, Scratch and PPA, and many more know what it's like to be both picked first and picked last. So Canadian Family Life's up here right now. She comes from New Brunswick. Often she's bringing us grocery hauls and cooking videos. She's expanded her content into Happy Mail videos and product reviews. There's some container gardening on the channel that I think anybody who's got a container garden or thinking about it can take inspiration from. I'm just going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. She's participating in Vlogmas, so lots of creators are doing this, which is great. I'm always happy to see creators bringing out series of videos. And then she's working on 2,400 subscribers. This is one of the fastest growing channels in the Tuber Chat family. And I believe that this is one of the most authentic creators that we've met as well, meaning that their channel is growing based on the support that they're giving to others and their frequent uploads on their channel as well, in both shorts and live streams also. The shorts have done well, getting into 2,500 views and beyond. And then when we look at their live streams, we see that they stream occasionally It's usually every couple of weeks or so. They've got one coming up, Christmas party on the 17th, which is still a week from now. And then they're monetized here. One of the first two channels that we know of that were monetized under the recent restriction changes to 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours, even though they had well over 1,000 subscribers when they got there. So Canadian Family Life is with us every single day. They are obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And their husband's channel has been recently started and renamed, as a matter of fact. Chris's Creation Fun started with a lot of 3D printing. They recently renamed the channel so that they can expand the content, and we're looking forward to more videos from them. They've got 45 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. We see that a couple of the shorts are already out here. One of them over 350 views, which is great to see. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment here. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Home Bartending with John has been with us long over a year now. I'm feeling like it's a little bit more like a year and a half, and could even be longer than that. And forgive me if I'm mistaken. I hope everybody takes inspiration from the fact that I literally start to lose track about how long some of these friendships have gone on. But still to this day, after all this time, Home Bartending with John is a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family, where he brings us a lot of product reviews for some of the alcoholic beverages that are out there that we might find in different types of stores. But then as well, he teaches us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. Now, you don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he shows us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails as well. One of the most compelling things about what he's done on his channel is when he brings us a recipe for a cocktail, he often brings us different variations. And he takes requests on his channel. He's done at least 2 for me already. So in the case of a drink like, let's say, the Old Fashioned, which is common in TV shows like Mad Men or Billions, what John will do is bring us a traditional recipe as well as an adapted recipe that we might have heard from pop culture, with things that could be one different ingredient or a different garnish. And he shows us different variations, usually 2 or 3. So there's a hint in there. Like I said, he takes requests on his channel. Like I said, he's already done at least a couple for me. He also brings a couple of comparisons of different liquors and liqueurs. And he will bring us collections of cocktails, like low-calorie cocktails. He's done a couple of those already. Or non-alcoholic cocktails, which lots of people could use for different reasons, of course. When we look at shorts videos, we see that this creator's gotten into 1,500, 1,900, even 6,600 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel are occasional as well. He's experimented with these. We'll keep an eye on the channel. We've got the notification bell on so that we can catch more live streams if he's going to come out with those as well. And then Handicapped Traveler is dropping a super chat on us right now, so we'll put that channel up on the screen right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. If anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And yeah, Michael's Adventures, I think, was looking for that a couple of times today. Handicapped Traveler is here dropping a super chat. They've done that before. Thank you for that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. I see that they've got a brand new video from yesterday. I'm going to put this on my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They've got a couple of premieres coming up over the next few weeks. And Handicapped Traveler is somebody I'm still getting to know, but they let us know They're going to bring us to parks, zoos, museums, flea markets, as well as other stuff. They could be indoors, they could be outdoors. They got some shorts on the channel. These have now gotten into almost 1,000 views, one over 1,300, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent on the channel where we get a chance to get to know them and get to know the creators behind the channel. They seem to be bringing out live streams almost once a week, so hopefully they keep that up. And like I said, they're officially on the road to 1K with 962 subscribers right now. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. Corinne's Life is coming up right now, and this is the creator responsible for my collection of mugs. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the difference between these two. This is the first edition from a couple of years ago. This is last year's edition. And these are things that are just an example of what Corinne's Life produces on her channel. She prints t-shirts, hats, mugs, vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, almost anything that can be printed. And it's wonderful that this creator is going to give us a look at how that merchandise is made, and we can use the channel as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses. The latest video that she's put up for Vlogmas shows some of the merchandise she's been making lately. Now, that's just a small aspect of what's available on the channel, because this channel really does encompass everything that is Corinne's life. So vlogs, hauls, and more is what she tells us. She could be taking an adventure outdoors, lots of live streaming. She might be cooking, cleaning. She might be bringing us a haul video or a product review, unboxing, Happy Meal video, or taking us on a vacation or other kinds of travel. So almost 2,200 subscribers for Corinne's Life right now. And then when we look at shorts, we see more variety here with some of that famous Canadian weather from Nova Scotia. We've got 7,000 and almost 8,000 views on these shorts, one over 77,000. But she's also got one here that's like what I talked about earlier in the stream, where occasionally we get a shorts video that continues to move even after weeks or months. This one here is now at 16,000 views and still going. And then live streams are something she's been picking up again. Hopefully everybody will connect with her here. I've joined her many times on her channel. I was so happy the other day because I think it was this one here. She was on with Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More and Makeup Mom and Son. And I've joined these creators many times, both on Corinne's channel and others. I'm always happy when creators are collaborating that way. So as well, she started a second channel now called Maritime Dashcam. And Corinne's Life's experimented with a lot of different YouTube ideas over the years, but this is where she's going to bring us some dash cam footage, hopefully some amusing, if not tragic moments that are going to happen in the videos. And she's just got this started, so 15 subscribers over here. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that first 100. And when we search, find, and click on each other's channels, that's how we really help each other rise up the search results. So I hope everybody will search out Maritime Dashcam and catch Corinne's Life's second channel. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here and has been for 3 years now. Cruising Scene is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. It's almost time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that in a few moments. Let's see what Cruising Scene has got going up. I see them all out supporting other creators all the time. Fairbrick Studio, thank you again for being here, and thank you again for all your help. I've been off the game a little bit. My work schedule picked up. It never happens, but right now at the end of the year, we just picked up a bit of extra work, and it happens to be far from our home base, if you want to call it that. So we're doing a lot of travel too. So my next 2 weeks right up until Christmas are going to find me with a very limited amount of time for anything other than Tuber Chat and my full-time gig. Mom's Diary, good to see you in the house. That's Nina. And then as well, No Fear is in the house. Thank you for being here again. And we're going to get some names onto the wheel from our chat list in another moment. So Cruising Scene is working on 900. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. And we always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100. As soon as they get to 900, they'll be officially on the road to 1,000, of course. Now, they've put out quite a few videos over the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to take the latest one. And I love this song. This is going to be interesting. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. Ain't Nobody by Chaka Khan. I'm going to see what they've done with this video here. It looks like a cover. And we'll put this in my catch-up list. That'll be interesting to see. They got rock and glow parties here. These creators are going to bring us travel, but different aspects of cruising and the ships, tours, room tours, obviously, as well. And this is Sharon and Gary from Texas. So one of the things I really enjoy is when creators fill out their about section like this so that we can get to know a little bit more about the channel. You know, it takes a long time to get to know creators and channels. I really enjoy it here. And over time, you'll hear the stories that I tell hopefully get a little bit better about the channels that have been friends for a long period of time. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Cruising Scene's done well with shorts videos as well, getting into 2,600, 2,700 views, one over 8,200, which is great to see. And then live streams are something they might pick up again. They've done one in the past, and we'll keep an eye on the channel to see what more they're going to come up with. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. We still got over half an hour. Lots of time to get lots of channels on the screen. We'll get to as many as we can, of course. And actually, Emotion New Soul, who's another beloved and dedicated moderator and member, is going to drop a live stream today, right after Tuber Chat. So we'll be able to go over there and continue to meet friends and family members for our channel. I'll start dropping his link in a little while, and then we'll go over there and raid together. And it's literally time for me to get some names onto the wheel. Baron, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. All That Fluff and Stuff is here from Australia. She's really expanded her content over the years, especially now closing in on 5,400 subscribers. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. So they're way past that now. This channel started by bringing us out on the water for activities like reef fishing, mud crabbing, snorkeling, and other water-based activities, fishing and whatnot. They really expanded their content into some live streams that brought them indoors for some cooking videos. They've got shorts. They gave us a hint a long time ago about using shorts videos to promote our long-form content, and now, well more than a year later, we're getting on like 2 years later, YouTube is starting to help us promote our long-form content with shorts videos. So that was a great hint. I've taken a page out of their book as well. They've got live streams that have come up frequently, actually. Hopefully I'll catch them for another one of these soon. They did one last week. I was lucky to be there for that. Monetized, of course, this channel is, so we can support them with super chats and memberships when we get there. All That Fluff and Stuff has been a dear friend of ours, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for over 3 years now. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Michael's Adventures has got a storm going on there. Is that rain or snow? We've got like almost summer weather again today. I was out in a t-shirt today, briefly, right before Tuber Chat, with no need for a jacket. I don't know how many people are noticing that it seems almost everybody's sick. I've been lucky not to actually get sick, even though I've had this scratchy voice for about a month. But tons of people have been under the weather and dropping in and out of different kinds of allergies and sickness and everything else. I think it's because of the weather. Grow Big TV, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Liz B. Journey, good to have you in the house as well. Thank you both for coming in. Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole from the UK is coming up. This is a lawyer that's going to bring us a catalog of legal information on their channel. They also collaborate with other creators, which is great to see. Pardon me, Thunder and Lightning for Michael's Adventure. So it looks like it's either going to be rain, freezing rain, or hail or something along those lines. Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole is officially on the road to 1K. They're getting really close. They need less than 30 subscribers to get to their 1,000. Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole has been with us for many months now, and they're here with us frequently, almost every stream, as a matter of fact. Like I had mentioned many times before, we've got a couple of lawyers in the Tuber Chat family now. There's a big difference between whether we're receiving legal advice or legal information, but I believe it's pretty much obvious when we're looking at these YouTube channels. These creators are generously bringing us a catalog of legal information, and I believe everybody's going to have to deal with some kind of legal information during their lifetime. Almost everyone. Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole is also bringing us a few shorts and some live streams as well. The shorts have gotten into 1,300 and 1,400 views already, and then live streams are something that they're doing frequently. They've been bringing these out almost every week, so we'll keep an eye on the channel. I think they said they got another one coming up with Yellow Shirt Dad shortly as well, so we'll keep an eye on the channel for that. The Wrestling World Podcast, good to see you here. And then yeah, Ben Sign Games always in a t-shirt and shorts. I usually wear light jackets because I've been in Canada my whole life. The cold doesn't bother me. I think we're most of us here are used to it. I'm in southern Ontario, of course, between Toronto and Niagara Falls, but I'm known to dress inappropriately as well when it comes to the idea of really cold weather. When necessary, if I have to be out for long periods of time, of course I bundle up with layers and layers and layers. But today was almost t-shirt weather again. So, it's time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged. We still got half an hour to go. That's lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. And Emotion New Soul is going to bring us a live stream right after Tuber Chat where we can go over and continue to meet friends and family members. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long period of time, usually at least a couple of years, if not 2 or 3. They all have different channels, they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way that we do here. The cool feature to make a short, see question from Yellow Shirt Dad. Is Yellow Shirt Dad's not here right now, is he? Did I miss him coming in? No, he might not be here right now. Let me see what Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole says here. They're talking about the idea of being able to use shorts videos now to link right into long form content. So that can be useful whether you're chopping out a piece of your video as a shorts or a live stream even, or if you're making a specific shorts for the purpose of promoting your long form content. Yeah, that makes sense. Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole, where YouTube gives us a chance to promote our long form content. Oh, great question from Yellow Shirt Dad. So here it is. So we put a pause. I'm just going to look. How do we look at the description of this thing again? Description. There it is. And then here we go. So, oh, pardon me. I'm just looking to see what I can catch here. If we click this, yeah, there it is. And then we click on the link and it drives us right into a long form content. I'll give you a thumbs up there for that. So, hopefully, everybody's doing okay. I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Grow Big TV, I hope I said hello when you came in. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and look at Scratch and Pete PA's channel. We also see that Butler Family Farm's gone live. Kermidge, Alaska still got their stream going. Michael's Adventures has a premiere. This one's coming up tomorrow. Let's look at Scratch and Pete PA in 3.5 minutes. I'm going to add some names onto the wheel. We'll get through as many as we can in the next half hour. right, we're back. I've added quite a few names onto the wheel. Dee's Garden Adventures, Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, the Wrestling World Podcast, and Grow Big TV are all on the wheel now. Baron was added earlier. Hopefully he's still here. Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. This creator is known as one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. He is referred to as a shining jewel here in the Tuber Chat family because he goes so far over and above to support other creators. He literally seems to be everywhere all the time, and is the reason why I use those words to describe him and a few other creators as well. There's Emotion New Soul. He's got a live stream coming up in a half an hour. We're going to go and raid. Scratch and PPA, as well as a beloved and dedicated moderator, will allow us to meet more friends and family members on his channel during his premieres, which run every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. I'm just getting my notification on for the latest video, which will come up this Tuesday. If you can join us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Grow Big TV, or Garden State Gardener, Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few others. It is very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of as well. What Scratch and PPA brings to us in his video series is an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. What he does is pits two lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. You'll also notice that his channel is focused, or he has presentation at the forefront of his mind and is focused that way on his channel with a bright, beautiful avatar that is matched by his thumbnails, which give us a little bit of a hint as to the giveaways that occur in his video series, along with his banner, which is updated every single week. We know how much work that kind of thing can take as well. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Now, Scratch and PPA as well has had his video editing skills complimented ever since his very first video, which is getting on 3.5 years ago now. And this creator also recently expanded his content. He took a vacation to Italy a few months ago and brought us a lot of different shorts, including some vlogging style content, giving us a look around the different areas he visited, as well as Italian lottery scratch tickets. And I know a lot of different creators will be excited to see the expansion in content there. And when we look at his live streams, we see that he brought us his very first live stream a few months ago as well. So I know a lot of people were excited about that. I was glad to be able to catch that live. So Scratch and PPA, like I said, posts every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. I hope you'll set the notification for the next premiere. We always put notification bells on for every channel as well. Glorious Platter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm just going to get the Wrestling World Podcast up onto the screen right now. This is a channel that's been with us a few times before, but this is the first time we're getting them on the screen. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're got our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Pardon me. Ria's Blissful Connections is coming up right now. This is a homeschooler that started an expansion in their content not too long ago. They were bringing us lots of homeschooling and organization ideas in their videos. They got into a few polarizing topics as well, and now they're participating in Vlogmas. So I'm just going to grab their latest self-care video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit here. And then when we look into their shorts videos, we see that these have started to move into 4,800 views on one of them, which is great to see. And then they've passed their 1,000 subscribers, got that well locked in. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,100 they're thinking about. As it says on their banner, a professional educator, a homeschooling mom. So hopefully everybody will check out the About page on every channel, of course, to give us a little bit of insight as to what to expect in content when we get to each other's channels. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Michael's Adventures is up here right now, another of the most supportive creators that I've met in 6.5 years on YouTube. Michael's Adventures is here for every stream that he can be, and he always gives us his regards on the days he can't be just due to a work schedule. He's got over 3,300 videos on his channel. He posts every single day. Comic Journey, forgive me, I did not put you on the wheel earlier in the stream. I didn't mean to make that mistake. I don't believe you were on there. I might be mistaken altogether, but I've just put you on there now. So for our members, if you ever wonder, you're supposed to be put on the wheel right away, at least for the rest of December. We're going to change things up in January now. And I've updated the video description, by the way. So I hope everybody will check that out if you haven't read our video description in a while, especially for how the wheel works. I'm updating that. We're going to change things up in January a little bit. But Comic Journey, I've got you on the wheel now. So Michael's Adventures is bringing us a lot of different content now. I'm really excited because he's expanded the content with a lot more drive streams, looks around his area. He takes us outdoors more than anything else. This creator brings us a lot of wildlife and nature videos, often featuring raccoons, deer. There's some bird watching on the channel, foxes and other things. He might also be playing a game or scratching a lottery ticket. We'll see that when we get into his shorts, but he's really getting into long form content now, which is a great expansion of the channel. So we also know that this creator goes over and above when it comes to the idea of supporting others with swapping playlists and things like that. He'll be willing to do that again. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other, please just say so in the chat. I'm going to get some more names onto our wheel in another moment here as well. Michael's Adventures is working on 1,300 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit closer to that milestone. And then when we look at his shorts, we see that he's got a bit of a mix here. Lots of lottery ticket scratching. Sometimes he's taking us outdoors, and then sometimes playing a game on a tablet as well, like the slot machine. So I hope everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. Again, another beloved and dedicated moderator. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be invited to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So Dee's Garden Adventures is a brand new channel for Tuber Chat. I've just got to get to know this channel, but we see that they are letting us know they're going to teach us how to grow different types of things in a garden on a tight budget. So I'm going to grab their latest video, put this in my catch-up list. They just put that up right before Tuber Chat today. They got 600 subscribers already and some shorts videos. These have already gotten into 1,400 views and beyond. One of them over 4,700 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they've done several times as well. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other, and in the hopes of catching as much content from each other as we possibly can as well. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is another friend of about 3 years. She supports all of my channels. The reason why I mention that is for you to understand what kind of support you can expect back from a creator like this. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More has actually gone over and above this year to really support for hours at a time. Destination Fun, just let me know if you're still in the chat, please. And if you're still here, I'll put you on the wheel right away. Glorious Platters getting added right now. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More. We're going to talk about our content. Together We Travel is still in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now as well. And pardon me while I click all over the place here. Let's see if our robots were working today, all of them. I never looked earlier. I should set an automatic thing to make sure. Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Nightbot, and Botrix are all here. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. She's got a premiere coming up. I had my raids planned in advance this week. I usually set them up a week in advance, but possibly as early as next week, if not shortly after, we'll hook up with Jesse Miller Unboxings and More for a raid. I know Scratch and PPA has raided in there a couple of times for premieres. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More really mixes up the content by bringing us independent, like individual unboxings and product reviews, but also subscription services. And I really enjoy the idea of subscription services, regardless of what they are. I love the idea of the surprise, to be honest with you. And she brings a lot of this. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has also gotten into some shorts. These have started to move now into 1,200 and 1,300 views, one of them over 2,200. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's gotten live streams coming out usually about once a month. So hopefully we'll catch her for one of those. And like I said, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for what I believe is 3 years now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Makeup Mom and Son is another beloved and dedicated moderator that's been with us for over 3 years now. And Makeup Mom and Son, pardon me, my allergies are just getting to me now. Makeup Mom and Son is working on 2,000 subscribers. She's got a featured video here. Pardon me. I'm going to grab this latest viral freeze-dried candy. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with a video she's got featured here. And then as well, we can see that she's posting frequently. So she's working on an advent calendar and another video. She brings pure variety, but she is always thinking about different ways to expand her content. She's gotten into subscription boxes as well, mixed up those subscriptions, lots of product reviews, Happy Meal videos, lots of makeup, lots of get ready with me type videos. She does great with series like Vlogmas and Halloween. She's also done a lot of shorts videos and had some success here, getting into 25,000 and 37,000 views on a couple of these. So here's an example. I know we talked about it earlier, and forgive me for not being certain who mentioned it, if it was Comic Journey. They might have mentioned, if you have the TikTok logos in your shorts videos, is that going to hurt? So my recommendation is to always put your videos up. If you're posting on TikTok, post on YouTube and Instagram and everywhere else separately, without the logos on them. Post the original video to each network. But here's an example of videos that have gotten into thousands of views. One of them at 25,000, and it's got the TikTok logo in it. So how much it matters, I'm not 100% sure of. It's just that YouTube warned us about it a couple of years ago. So here's a look at some of the different types of things that Makeup Mom and Son will have done, including some interviews in live stream. She's done many, many, many live streams. I've joined her many times before, both on her channel and on other channels. And it's great when creators collaborate with each other in that way. She's introduced us to a lot of creators on her channel as well. Caden Plays It is a second channel from this creator, where Makeup Mom and Son is bringing a channel from her son. And obviously, Mom is helping out Caden on this channel, but I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. They've got something from a couple weeks ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll help me keep caught up. Caden is bringing us more product reviews as well as some video gameplay. And then when we look at the shorts videos, we see a few of these have started to move already into 2,300 views and beyond. And then live streams might be an idea for the future. They've experimented with that also. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, and Makeup Mom says one of the shorts, the TikTok one, is the one that's got, the Halloween one, has got about 200 views a day. approximately, which is really cool. So it still continues to move. Let's get Baron up onto the screen right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Baron 1308 is up on the screen right now. It's just Baron. Their handle I've put in the chat just because Baron can be a really difficult channel to find. It's a very short and popular name, of course. Pardon me. Oh, my allergies are really jumping on me now. It's time for me to add a link into the chat as well. Emotion is going to go live in a few moments here, about 15 minutes. And he's going to give us a chance to continue what we're doing here, meeting each other in the chat, like all of our moderators do. So I'm going to pin that link. Anybody can get over there anytime. The chat's already running. We'll go over there and raid together in about 15 minutes. We'll try to get as many channels on the screen between now and then as we can. M&T Living and Cooking, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Baron has 786 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. Anthony J, good to see you in the house. I'm just going to grab Baron's latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them a little bit. They've got shorts videos on this channel that have started to move, and it's pure variety on this channel, but 5,000, even 8,000 views on a couple of these. Live streams are something that they've done frequently as well, so hopefully they'll keep these up. Lots of video gameplay there from Baron also. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in a second here, and we're going to see Comic Journey now. So I can't be certain whether I had you on the wheel earlier or not. For some reason, I forget whether or not I might have put that on originally. But now that we've got this clear the wheel thing going on for the rest of December, it gives me an opportunity to reload the wheel with anybody who's still present in the chat. So Comic Journey's up here right now. Somebody I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us many times before. 1,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards their next milestone, 1,600 they'll be thinking about. They got videos on the channel. I'm going to grab their latest one, a Wormy Encounter flashback video. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. I'm just going to grab their shorts videos and have a look here as well. These have gotten into 64 and 6,500 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. They got one coming up today. That's going to be many hours from now, but we know that later tonight, I'm in the Eastern time zone, of course. They're going to have a new live stream coming up. These tend to be pretty long, so we'll get an opportunity to hang out for a while over there. And again, we'd love to push Comic Journey a little bit farther towards the 1,600 they're thinking about. And thank you again for bringing up conversation in the chat. They've done that a few times, and it gives me an opportunity to talk about some things that we don't talk about every day. So thank you again for that, Comic Journey, and hopefully everybody will connect with them. And let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. I'm going to need a brief second here. We're going to look at Together We Travel in a few seconds. And I almost think it's funny hearing somebody in the chat say I talk a lot when they're here in Tuber Chat. If you're saying you talk a lot compared to this, my dear goodness, I've never met anybody that could go on endlessly for 3 hours straight the way I do. But Comic Journey, I'll be looking forward to that tonight. And then Together We Travel's up on the screen right now. Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole dropped a super chat there, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We saw her channel earlier. Glorious Platter, thank you. I still got you on the wheel. We'll look at your channel briefly. And Together We Travel's up right now. I put Milk Honey Heritage Farms up. We'll get It's Me Alec onto the wheel as well. I'll drop the link for Emotions live stream in another moment here. Together We Travel's working on 800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I'm just going to grab their latest video, pardon me. Oh, goodness, I'm not drinking enough. Carnival Legend, Greenland and Canada snaps. I'm going to put that video in my catch-up list. They've been posting at least once a week. They got a premiere coming up in a few days as well. We'll look at shorts on their channel, and we see, of course, Together We Travel is going to bring us travel videos, lots of cruising content. It's been a while since we've had their channel on the screen, but I love the thumbnails on these two shorts that they've got here. What a beautiful look. And they've got another short that's moving, 3,300 views. That one broke its way in between them. One of them at 16,000, which is great to see. 10-hour streams? Yes, I got to see this comic journey. I think I've been with you for a stream. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. We just looked. But I can't remember for the life of me sometimes whether I catch these things or replay them when I use a catch-up list or anything else, but I feel like I've been with Comic Journey at least once. I'm going to try to make it tonight for the one that you've got coming up, but I've always got notification bells on for every channel so that I can catch everybody as often as possible. It's tough now with 5,000... I follow 5,000 channels or more, of course, right? Everybody, as long as we're doing as much as we can for each other, we'll see channels growing either way. Alec Marcus Glasgow, that's another channel from It's Me Alec. And then we've got Together We Travel here with live streams as well. So we'll see if they're going to pick those back up. They have done them many times in the past. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. It's time for me to drop the link for Emotions Raid. We'll go over there and we can continue to meet more friends and family members for ourselves. Emotion New Soul is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. It's Me Alec is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on. 78 subscribers over here right now. They've been a friend a long time as well. I'm just going to see what they got going on in their videos. They've just got one here right now. They got some shorts videos. They've reset and restarted their channel a while back, and then they've got some live streams. I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to put this live stream replay into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to give you a few watch minutes there. And hopefully everybody will connect with It's Me Alec. And they are somebody who is always excited, always spreading positivity in the chat. And they're here with us frequently. They've been a long-time friend. Next up is Milk Honey Heritage Farms. We'll see what they've got going on. And again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat. Emotion New Soul is going to drop a live stream so we can go in a minute or two overtime if we need to. Milk Honey Heritage Farms is up on the screen right now with 422 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 500 we know they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab their latest Vlogmas video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them somewhat. When we look at their About page, we see that they want to share farming, gardening, animals, bees, canning, cooking, crafting, and much more. They hope to inspire and give us some ideas and share adventures with us as well. When we get into their shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into almost 700 views on a couple of them, but one of them over 1,400, which is great to see. Milk Honey Heritage Farms is not only here in Tuber Chat occasionally, but I see them out supporting other creators frequently as well. They've actually been with us more and more lately. Hugo Homestead is a longtime friend, probably of about 2 years. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away today. We've got a few extra minutes here. And M&T Living and Cooking is coming up. This is one of two of the very first channels that we know of to be monetized under the new restrictions with 3,000 hours of watch time, even though they already had over 1,000 subscribers and only 500 were required. But it's great to see that they've done so well. Now over 1,600 subscribers, working on 1,700. I'm just going to grab their latest apple cobbler video, which looks like a collaboration from Jay the Motivator, who happens to be a gold member here in Tuber Chat. M&T Living and Cooking monetized, of course, means we can support them with super chats and memberships when we get there. They got some shorts videos on the channel that have gotten into 5,000 views, many of them, and then even into 6,000 now and 20,000 on one of these. When we get into live streams, we see that they go live frequently. They like to collaborate with other creators as well and give us a chance to get to know them. So hopefully everybody will connect with M&T Living and Cooking. They're with us frequently as well. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And Huga Homestead, look at that luck today. You just came in and the wheel chose you right away. I'm going to get their channel ready to go. I'll drop the link one more time for Emotion New Soul. His live stream will be starting in just a few minutes. We can go over there and raid. And I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3.5 minutes after we get through our last channel here so that we can clean up our connections here. Huga Homestead lets us know on their about page that Huga, which is how we pronounce this H-Y-G-G-E here, means cozy, peaceful home in Danish. What they're going to show us is gardening, rabbits, chickens, canning, prepping, simple life cooking, friendly talk, and much more. When we get through their videos, we see that they've got a brand new one here, and this looks like a shopping tour video. They've taken us out to, they say, an antique shop, which is very cool. I'll put that in my catch-up list right now. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up. Lots of variety on the channel in the description that they mentioned for us on their about section there. But also, shorts videos on the channel have gotten into 1,500 and 1,600 views and beyond. Live streams are something they might continue at some point. They did, pardon me, they did one a few weeks ago. We'll see if they're going to continue those. Skinner Farms, never late. I'm always happy to, I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if it's just to come by quickly or say hello or give a thumbs up. And like I said, Huga Homestead's been a longtime friend, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Wolves Den Outdoors, good to see you in the house. Skinner Farms is here. And come on over and see the antique shopping. Yes, absolutely, says Huga Homestead. Chocolate Drop is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. She's always smiling, always laughing. You're going to see this creator call me Mr. Customer Service everywhere that I go, everywhere that I run into her, supporting other creators, or even on her own channel for live streams and videos. She's actually got a live stream going on right now, which is cool, so we know there'll be fresh content right after Emotion's live stream in a moment. Chocolate Drop is officially on the road to 1K. I'm hoping we can push her towards that milestone right now. And this creator brings pure variety. So Love Life coupons, her handle is actually Chocolate Drop Coupon. She's considering changing that just so that people can find her channel a little easier, because Chocolate Drop is a very popular name. But when we get to the right channel, 929 subscribers, we see pure variety. She could be indoors, she could be outdoors, she could be taking us for different types of haul and tour videos. She might be bringing us shorts that have now gotten into 2,400, 2,500 views, one over 7,700. And then when we get into live streams, we see that she's live frequently, and she's usually having conversation. She also plays games in the chat as well and gives us a chance to participate. Sister Winnie's in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Grow Big TV is a brand new channel brought to us by Garden State Gardener. If anybody right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Grow Big TV is a brand new channel from Garden State Gardener, but they've already been posting quite a few videos and started live streaming. I'm just going to grab his latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up and make sure I don't fall behind. We'll look at shorts on this channel, and we see that they've just put a few of these out right now. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've got Sunday Fun Day coming over here tomorrow at 7 p.m., which is typical. So Grow Big TV is working on 1,600 subscribers right now. Corky and Joseph from Garden State Gardener are running this channel together. And then when we look at Garden State Gardener, We see another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Joe is known as somebody who's done more shout-out videos for channels than anybody else I've seen in my 6.5 years on YouTube. And I'm just going to grab his latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. He brings a lot of variety, comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, and has his very popular Sunday Funday series of live streams with registration videos that come out every week as well. Shorts on the channel have done well, getting into 2,700 and 3,800 views, and he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I've actually joined him on his channel a couple of times, about a year ago with the Stock Explorer, and not too long ago with Rebel Canners as well, for a few talks about YouTube. So we'll spin the wheel. Gloria's Platters coming up. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate everybody being here, and every moment that you can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly, giving a thumbs up or running the stream in the background. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the way out. Give Emotion New Soul a thumbs up on the way in. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. He's going live any second, and we'll go over there and raid together. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so that we can clean up our connections here. Then we'll go over there and I'll join everybody for our raid. Please mention Tuber Chat Raid when you get there. Gloria's Platters, another longtime friend, probably been with us about 3 years. Another incredibly authentic creator at almost 3,300 subscribers. And this creator brings us delicious looking content, both in video shorts and live streams. She's got a couple of new videos. I'm just going to take the latest one. She's expanded the content over the last little while. She's most often in the kitchen, but sometimes she's taking us out on an adventure. She's got some shorts videos on the channel that have done really well, getting into 16, 17, and 20,000 views and beyond. And then live streams where she often collaborates with other creators. We'll see if she's going to pick these back up. She does an action-packed show every time that she does a live stream. So thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent. One more time, please don't forget the thumbs up on the way out. Give Emotion New Soul a thumbs up on the way in. I'll see you over there, and we'll be back again tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.